You see a dog across the street. You don't know this dog. You have never met this dog. No shared history, no mutual friends. And yet, somewhere deep in your body, something wakes up. Your hand rises, your fingers curl, and before you've even processed what's happening, you're crouched on the pavement whispering, "Hi, baby," to a stranger's golden retriever like it's the most natural thing in the world. And here's the wild part. It is. Because what you're about to find out is that this impulse, this completely involuntary hand movement, might be the oldest survival mechanism your body still runs. This isn't just you. This isn't a dog person thing or a cat person thing. This is a cross-cultural, deeply neurological, almost embarrassingly universal human behavior. We see a small, warm, fluffy creature, and our hands just go. Nobody asks them to. They just go. So let's actually explain why. Back in 1943, an Austrian scientist named Konrad Lorenz proposed something that changed how we understand human behavior entirely. He called it Baby Schema. His idea was that certain physical features, big round eyes, a small nose, a large forehead, chubby cheeks, wobbly movements, these features evolved in human infants specifically to trigger caregiving instincts in adults. Evolution basically built a trap directly into your brain, and it called it a baby. But Lorenz's key observation was this: when these same features appear in other species, your brain fires the exact same response. It doesn't stop to check what species it's looking at. It sees big round eyes and a small face, and it switches on your protective instincts. Suddenly you're experiencing a parental, nurturing feeling toward an animal you met 11 seconds ago in a parking lot. Decades later, when scientists put people in brain scanners and showed them photos of cute baby animals, Lorenz was proven right. The brain lights up in regions linked to reward, emotion, and motivation. Looking at a cute animal is not a passive experience. It is something your brain is actively, measurably responding to. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because seeing is just the first layer. Touching is a completely different system on top of that. Your skin has several types of sensory cells. But there's one specific type that researchers have been studying closely: nerve fibers that are almost perfectly tuned to one very specific kind of touch. Slow, gentle, soft stroking. When these nerve fibers are activated, the signals don't just go to the part of your brain that figures out where you're being touched. They travel to areas connected to emotion, closeness, and reward. These nerve fibers essentially exist to make gentle touch feel emotionally meaningful, not just physical, meaningful. Running your hand slowly over soft fur activates these fibers almost perfectly. The texture, the warmth, the gentle resistance, as if fur was specifically designed to work with this exact part of your nervous system. Pet a dog, and you are literally triggering a pathway in your brain that evolved for human bonding. This is not a metaphor. This is biology, and that biology has a name: oxytocin, sometimes called the love hormone, though scientists find that label a little reductive because it does considerably more than that. Oxytocin is a chemical your brain releases during positive physical touch. When you hug someone you care about, when you hold a baby, when you engage in any kind of physical affection. Multiple studies have shown that just a few minutes of petting a dog, making eye contact, being physically close, causes a significant rise in oxytocin levels in humans from a few minutes of dog contact. And here's the part that feels almost unfairly wholesome. The oxytocin spikes in the dog too. Simultaneously, you're locking eyes with a dog, petting it, and you are both experiencing the same chemical response that bonds parents to children. That bonds partners to each other. That underlies some of the deepest connections human beings form. You walked up to a stranger's dog on the street, and you accidentally fell a little bit in love with it. And so did the dog. That is not sentimentality. That is biology working exactly as it's supposed to. But why soft things specifically? Your brain responds to gentle touch in surprisingly similar ways, whether it comes from a loved one, a soft blanket, or a dog's fur. The same nerve fibers, the same pathways, the same response. Part of the answer also lies in early childhood. As babies, humans spend enormous amounts of time in close contact with warm, soft things: skin, fabric, blankets, other bodies. The connection between softness and safety gets written into your nervous system before you can even form memories. Soft equals safe. Soft equals comfort. That association never leaves you. Then there's warmth. When you place your hand on something warm and slightly yielding, your body recognizes at a very deep level that something is alive. Your heart rate slows. Your stress hormones begin to drop. Your nervous system quietly concludes, something alive is here. We're okay. You didn't decide to relax. Your body just did it. Now here's the part that puts everything in perspective. The relationship between humans and animals, particularly dogs, is not a coincidence. It is the product of at least 15,000 years of genuine mutual adaptation, possibly much longer. We have been living together, working together, sleeping near each other for so long that we have measurably, biologically changed each other. For ancient humans, dogs offered protection, companionship, and help with hunting. Over thousands of years, the relationship became deeply woven into daily survival. The urge to reach out, to make contact, was not just emotional, it was survival. Dogs developed a specific facial muscle that wolves simply don't have, or have a much weaker version of. This muscle produces the inner brow raise, the puppy eyes, that look where a dog's eyebrows furrow slightly and its eyes go wide, and something in your chest completely dissolves. Dogs evolved a physical feature specifically for producing that expression. It is not accidental. It is the result of thousands of years of dogs that were better at triggering warm feelings in humans, surviving, reproducing, and passing that trait on. The puppy eyes are not cute by coincidence. Dogs did not get domesticated passively. They participated. They co-authored the relationship. Every time you reach out to pet one, you are responding to tens of thousands of years of very deliberate moves from the other side. We didn't domesticate dogs, we domesticated each other. So here's the real reframe for everything we've talked about. We treat the impulse to pet animals like it's a funny quirk, an endearing human flaw, the thing that makes you 10 minutes late because you got ambushed by a dog on the sidewalk. But what it's actually pointing to is something much older and much more serious. Touch is how mammals tell each other they're safe. It's how we calm each other down without using a single word. It's how we say, I see you, I'm here, you're not alone, everything is okay. For the vast majority of human history, for 300,000 years, we lived in constant physical closeness to animals. Our brains, our nervous systems, our reward circuitry. None of it has caught up to the modern world. All of it is still expecting to be near warm, soft, living things on a regular basis. So the next time your hand moves toward a dog before your brain even catches up, don't fight it. That's not a quirk. That's 40,000 years of history, telling you exactly what you need,